I thought we played well in pockets, obviously, to start the game. The first quarter is probably the best we've played, but weren't able to maintain it, turned it over too many times in the second. And, Texas is good. They're going to keep coming at you. They have probably the best depth in the league, multiple people that can come in and rotate their starters and keep them fresh. And we don't have that luxury, but definitely proud of how we played at times.
Questions for Yvonne and Japrice. Make sure to wait on the microphone if you have a question.
Japrice, I guess that first run, obviously you had a couple of threes there. I guess were you just kind of feeling it, or were they kind of sagging off you? I guess what kind of allowed you to kind of make some quick shots?
I just thought I had to be aggressive. So aggressive means shoot when I'm open and when I get the opportunity. So I just stayed aggressive.
You kind of feel like the rest of your teammates kind of did the same thing, and that's what allowed you all to kind of get on that big run.
Yeah, I feel like we had a spark, and then we were feeling it, and the energy was high. So I feel like that spark helped everybody out.
I guess the same thing. I guess when you kind of go on a run like that, what's that like for y'all, either on the bench or on the court there?
It was a good first half. We followed our principles. We followed our defensive fundamentals, and it worked till the second half.
Obviously, y'all had a nice run, but obviously they had the counter punch. I guess what kind of changed there from where you guys were making, I believe it was 6 of 8, and then obviously you weren't able to kind of make some shots there?
Personally, I think I ran away from my principles. Man, just like staying low and be strong with the ball. That we just have to stick to our game and play how we know how to play.
Anything else for student athletes? Okay, Jeff.
When you guys are doing well, like in that first quarter, what do you guys take from that? And this is for Yvonne, what that you can lead into so you avoid what happened in the second quarter?
Really, when teams go on their run, we have to be able to convert, and I feel like we struggle with that at times, but at other times we did well.
Last one, Nick.
All right. Japrice, Yvonne, how much of it, when you have a game that y'all have had, the big runs and then the quarter letdown, how much of this do y'all just take as kind of a learning process throughout the season? And, you can learn from the good quarter and then you learn from the bad quarter.
I just think that we just got to do better, and we know that. And I feel like we know we have to learn from it, but we kind of aren't. So I feel like we just got to do better, honestly. Like, just do better, make shots, get stops, know personnel, like everything.
All right, that's it. Thank you. Thanks, lady.
Hey, pass it. We all
Say honest.
I love freshmen.
All right, questions for
Love 'em.
Coach Whitaker?
Love 'em.
Coach, I know Jamie only played a minute. I know she took a tough shot, I guess, in the previous game. I guess what's her status right now?
Yeah, she didn't practice all week, but obviously she can play. She came in for a minute, and sometimes it's a tough matchup with Jamie when you play such great size, and she's such an undersized 4 player. Nothing's changed with Jamie and what she can do for our team. Just there's some games that Brielle gets to play more, and there's some games she doesn't, based on the matchups on the other side, and so much of that goes into who plays and who doesn't. Nothing that Jamie's done wrong or.
For Zuri, obviously getting her first start, I guess what did you like from her performance? I know she didn't score, but she was able to get some rebounds and some assists for y'all.
She started because of her performance in our last game and her production, 8 points, 8 rebounds in 15, 16 minutes. And so just kind of searching for someone who will play with a lot of energy, and Zuri does that. She plays very, very hard. I thought she was part of why we started so well. I thought she ran out of gas a little bit, as many of our players did, but like the energy and the effort she plays with.
I guess I know, like you said, you went out to that nice run there, but then the second quarter kind of happened. I guess what do you kind of feel changed? Was it kind of settling for shots at times, or was it something?
We really turned it over. I think we only got 5 shot attempts in the second quarter. So we I thought passing up on open shots early in shot clocks, and I told them at halftime, if you're going to beat Texas, you're going to have an outstanding performance, and you got to go for it, and you got to shoot it when you're open. We were turning shots down and running late to shot clock, and either turning it over or taking a bad shot. So, Texas is good, and they're very good defensively. So when they give you something, you have to take it.
How much did Texas's size kind of limit y'all? Though obviously, you didn't get as many offensive rebounds as y'all usually do, and just
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, their size is a factor. I think, when they play anyone that doesn't have size to counter their size, and we don't. So, it's a matter of being extremely physical on the defensive end and trying to keep them off the glass. And I thought we did a really good job of that to start the game in the defense that we were in. And then, we didn't think we were going to get a ton of offensive rebounds. You got to hustle and get long rebounds and get loose ones that you're not going to probably get a rebound put back under the rim.
Coach, I know it's a 20-point loss. It's a loss to Texas, a rival in state. But it seems like there was more in this game to take from a positive side than there has been in some of these more recent games.
Yeah, no question. I thought, I thought they came out ready to go, and you saw a little bit more fire than I think we've seen at times. And it's a tough season, and so getting your kids to keep coming and keep getting better, and that's really been our focus. And learning from just battling through Big 12 when you are outmatched in a lot of ways. So they know the future of the program, and they know what's coming, and internally, and the players that we have coming back, and I think the players that we have waiting to play here and the ones we've signed are going to be tremendous for us moving forward. And these players are just learning so much from this experience.
One of those players coming back is going to be Dupreece. Talk about her performance tonight a little bit and how this can really springboard a freshman year into a sophomore year.
Oh, she's had a great year. I think in a lot of ways, she's overachieved, not because she's not talented, but just because she's asked to do so much for this team. And, and it hasn't been easy. It's hard, and she's really accepted that challenge. So proud of the year she's had and the growth she's made. And I think, her sophomore year is going to be great because I think she's going to have some great players around her where she maybe isn't forced to do quite so much. But she had the best practice she's ever had yesterday, and so I felt really good about her going into this game, and loved her mentality to start.
You kind of hinted at it a little bit about the first quarter being one of the best quarters you guys have put together. Is that going to be one of those where you can bring it up in the film room and see when you are executing the offense correctly and defense correctly, this is the kind of thing that can happen?
Yes, and I think, our first quarter started with the defensive end. Besides the first couple shots, and we were going to give them some perimeter shots. They knocked down their first two, and we didn't we didn't divide. We didn't not stick to the game plan. We really continued to stick to the game plan. We got great defensive rebounds, great outlets that led to transition baskets, and we were running. So I think there's a lot of things to take from the first quarter, and we'll learn from a little bit from all of it.